On average, every Victorian household throws out about $42 worth of their weekly grocery shop. 42 bucks! It's time to do something about that.
Piece 4, shot 1, take 1.
Right, what have we got? No one else is having it. Come on. Oh, I got my hand stuck in the yogurt. I'm in Listerfield, and over the next 4 weeks we'll be following 3 families as they learn how easy it is to reduce waste and save money by simply writing a shopping list and sticking to it. We call it the Love a List Challenge. That's why we're in Listerfield. Listerfield, and not Wasterfield, or might as well chuck your money in a better field. Also because they're not real places. Anyway, let's meet the families. This is the Pinkard Rattle family. Mum Tegan, Dad Andrew, daughter Tilly and little Hugo. With a baby in the family, they should know a thing or two about waste. Next, meet the Wood family. Mum Mandy, Dad Smokey and Tamika, Cassie, Zoe, Kiara and Connor. That's enough kids to start a Jackson 5 tribute band. And finally, the Kravaniks. Rachel and Rob, plus Josh and Monique. They love the Hawthorn Footy Club and each other, in that order. Now, let's hear about exactly how much we Victorians are really wasting. Some of the figures are staggering. Every year, Victorian households waste 250,000 tonnes of food. That's enough to make a pile as big as Eureka Tower. In bread, pastry and biscuits, we waste 64,500 tonnes. That's 6 Eiffel Towers. Sacre bleu! Dairy and eggs, we throw out 35,000 tonnes worth. That's the equivalent of 175 blue whales. Think of the size of that omelette. And it's not just money that's being wasted, it's the water and energy used to make it all, transport it to shops and so on. It's one big, fat, whopping waste. Showbiz. It's all glamour. That's why I'm off to go through some strangers' bins. I really do have to talk to my agent. I've been invited to look through your bin. I've received an open bin-vitation. It's time for the bin-spection. What am I going to find in here? I'm a bit nervous about it. Oh, a whole onion, a whole apple, half a lasagna. Who throws out Easter eggs? What is this? There's a whole rabbit. Half a packet of crumpets. This is the most disgusting Easter egg hunt I have ever been involved in. Oh look, I think Josh, I found your lunch. A lonely capsicum. Can't pick up macaroni in this. What are you talking about? Got a whole pasta bake. A full yogurt. Pizza! Well, these grapes look fine. Half a loaf of bread.
That was Mum.
Drumstick, anyone? Spaghetti. Rachel, what is that?
I feel it.
Is that kind of shocking to look at? Or are you like, oh no, that's perfectly fine?
It's not great.
Yeah, looking at it like that, it's a big waste.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed about the bananas and the lime, to be honest. And it's embarrassing as well, like it's such a waste of money.
Who threw this stuff out? Was it all you, Rachel?
It's a lot of me.
How come you threw out the Easter eggs?
We just had too many to eat. Quite often I'll cater for 7 and there'll only be 5 of us or 4 of us home. And then no one eats the leftovers, so they just get thrown out.
Guys, your fault.
Those 2 didn't tell me they chucked the chocolates out.
Well, I think we're witnessing a family breaking up. The Pinkard Rattle family threw out over $51. The Kravaniks chucked out about $44. And the Woods, well, they wasted around $45. Okay, so we went through your bin. We worked out that you threw away about $51 worth of food. How does that make you feel?
Not
Pretty embarrassed.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? We priced up the usable food that you threw out and it came to around $44.
Wow, that's terrible. That's wasteful.
We worked out that you threw away about $45 worth of usable food. So what do you reckon about that amount of money?
Such a waste.
What number would you have thought it was?
$10 perhaps.
When you're buying stuff and then you're throwing it away without using it, do you ever think about the wider kind of sustainability stuff about the people that have manufactured that food and the drivers that have driven that food to the supermarket and the people that have packaged it? Have you ever thought about that?
When you put it like that, it's quite sad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of effort for us to just put it in the bin.
It takes a huge amount of energy and water to produce the food we don't eat. For instance, it takes 190 litres of water to produce just 1 egg, or 15,000 litres of water to produce just 1 kilo of beef. And it affects the environment in other ways too. Food waste generates more than 4 times as much greenhouse gas emissions as all the planes in the world do. And every year it takes more land than the size of China to grow the food that we throw out. So it works out to be over $2,500 a year that you are throwing away.
Jeez.
So what would you do if you had that $2,500 to spend?
Holiday.
Go to Bali.
Make my EP.
Nice. What about you, Connor?
Go to Spain.
Go to Spain? Oh, I would like to go to Spain with you. And so what do you spend a week on your groceries?
$300 a week.
Okay.
Is the budget?
Do you have a budget for the week?
No, not really.
And what about planning? Do you plan much before you go shopping, or are you like, I'll just see what's there?
See what's there.
Yep. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the Love a List challenge for the next 4 weeks. Your challenge is to sit down together, plan the week's meals, and then write a list and stick to the list of groceries. Can you do it?
I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon we can.
Excellent. Good luck. Good luck, everyone. So what can you do to reduce waste? Well, maybe it's time you took a real look at the humble shopping list. Because when you write a list and stick to it, you'll save time. Because an organised shop is a quick shop. You'll save on stress. No more arguments about what's for dinner. You'll waste less food because it won't end up in the bin. And of course, you'll save on money because a planned shop means you buy less. The simple shopping list could be your saviour. So the 4-week Love a List challenge begins. They're searching their pantries for inspiration, planning their menus and writing their lists.
What about orchids?
The Kravaniks are pumped,
Go team.
and so are the Woods, especially about Sunday dinner.
I'm not home, so
It's a good meal.
Oh, burn.
This week's been great. We stuck to the shopping list. We didn't get anything extra bar 2 bottles of soda water. And I even stopped Andrew from throwing the frozen pizza in the trolley. Big tick for us.
So meal planning was really good this week because I got to choose what I wanted, and today we had chicken with wraps, which is my favourite, so I could get used to this.
I've done a good job and I ate all my lunch every day.
Been taking toasted sangers to work, putting them in the press. That bread would normally probably get thrown out. So yeah, at this point, been working well and been very front of mind going through the challenge.
The challenge continues. I've raided their bins, now I'm raiding their pantries. Really coming up in the world. All right, let's see what Tegan's been stockpiling in here. Oh, that needs a heritage listing. This is old enough to go to school. Oh, that's expired. It hasn't even been opened. Ooh, 2013. What have we got in Mandy's? Oh, chili and garlic sauce from 2006. Ooh, we've got a lot of Caesar dressing that is undergoing a trial separation by the look of the ingredients. All right, what have we got? Oh, 2012, 2014. Fant, more Fant. I am sick of Fant. Oh man, this is the mother load. Rachel. What is going on? These are all a year out of date. All of this stuff is out of date.
it's embarrassing.
Were you aware that you had so much that was out of date?
No.
Do you do a bit of impulse buying?
I think all of it is.
And so this has all probably come about because you haven't used a list in the past, but you're starting to use a list
Yeah,
now.
I have, yes.
And so how is that going?
Good, yeah. I don't seem to be buying as much. It's costing me less, which is great.
Are you starting to make lists?
We're starting. We're
Yep.
getting there.
And is it a real mind shift to have to do that?
It is. It's all, I think, the planning and knowing what we're going to cook first and what's in the cupboard before I buy it.
We've had a few hits and misses. A few late minute shops when we missed things off the list, but
But you've made a list.
we did make a list.
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
I'm trying not to shop from the front of the supermarket or the back of the supermarket.
Oh, that's where all the exciting, shiny
Yeah.
specials are.
So that way I'm not bringing home the stuff and filling my pantry and not using it.
What's been the hardest part?
I think it's retraining ourselves, especially the kids. They've picked up my bad habits as well, so if it's not on the list, we won't buy it.
This week with the list challenge, it's been really good. It's taken the pressure off me. I don't have to worry about what we're having for dinner. Nobody's whinging at me. The kids are happy. And yeah, it's saving us money, so it makes a huge difference.
A really successful week, minimal wastage. I've managed to impress everyone at work with the leftovers that I've taken in. I think we've really nailed it this week.
Challenge is going really well. We were wasting so much bread and we've done a great job in cutting back, so hopefully it continues.
What? Victorians throw out over 31,000 tonnes of fresh vegetables a year? What a waste! Think of all those juicy carrots.
So Rachel, it feels like you've still got $300 worth of groceries in here.
Pretty much.
So you're still spending about the same amount of money. What is different?
I think we get to buy a few more luxury items that we couldn't, more treats for the kids, a little bit more, probably different meats and just things that we probably would have cut back on because we thought we needed to.
Was it difficult sticking to the list?
Yeah, it was very difficult actually, because you'd walk past products and go, oh no, I can't get that, it's not on the list.
We've really saved a heap of money, like close to $100, and we're not doing all the emergency runs to the shop.
Oh, because you're getting everything the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Wow,
it's great.
so that is a turnaround of $140. If you look
Yeah.
at the $40 that you were throwing away
Yep.
the first time we visited you, and by not having to go back to the supermarket, you're saving time, you're saving stress, you're saving petrol. So what a massive win.
It's fantastic, yeah.
That's great.
We've saved about $140.
Wow.
So it's a big difference.
Were you surprised that it was that much?
Oh yeah, I was really surprised.
So how have you actually managed to save that money?
So I think a lot of it has been when I planned the meals for the week, I had a look at what we already had in the fridge and the pantry and then designed it around that so that we were not going out and buying a full new shop.
Great.
We were able to kind of build on what we already had.
Yeah, right, and sort of mix and match.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. We've seen how much our families have been throwing out. Now let's see what they could have done with all those leftovers. In Been Cooking Lately, with 9th runner-up in MasterChef 2017, Sam Goodwin.
So, what have I been cooking lately? Well, Cal has shown me exactly what Rachel and her family threw out during the bin dive, and I'm here to prepare a 3-course meal out of the same ingredients. Don't worry though, we actually bought fresh stuff, so let's get started with an entree. Rachel threw out a whole heap of eye fillet and a lot of bread. So I'm going to start off by curing some of the eye fillet and we're going to sit that atop some nice toasted bread. I've put it in a mixture of 50-50 sugar and salt and put it in the fridge for about 2.5 days. So that's my entree. We have rescued beef on toast.
Oh, this is amazing what you can do with an eye fillet when you don't just chuck it out.
These guys threw out so much bread, and as Kel would say, it was bin-sane. I heard it was mainly Rob, so I'm going to teach him how to make a crispy, flavour-packed pan grattata that you can put on any pasta dish. There it is, that's our confit tomato pasta topped with all of Rob's leftover bread in a punchy pan grattata.
Bon appetit.
Yeah, very nice.
Now it's time for dessert, and when I looked at that pile of rubbish, my eyes went straight to the bow. Now I know Josh threw out the strawberry yogurt, so this one is dedicated to him. If you don't have a deep fryer at home, you can get a saucepan or a wok and just half fill it with oil and get it up to temperature and then fry it off. It may take a little bit longer than your deep fryer, but it will still work. That's our fried ice cream bao. I know that one's not going to end up in the bin. You've got Josh to thank for this one.
Delicious.
This is the best 3-course dinner I've ever had. Okay, it's the end of the challenge. It has been 4 weeks since we first went through your bin.
Yes.
How do you reckon you've gone?
Pretty well.
Okay, so we were here 4 weeks ago. We had a rummage through your bin. You'd thrown out about $45 worth of food. How do you reckon you've gone this week?
I think we've done really well. We've actually been buying less, so we've had less to throw out. We've been really conscious of who's home, who's not, how much we've got.
Sticking to lists?
Yep,
Brilliant.
sticking to the list.
Okay, let's see what you've got in there. How do you reckon you've gone?
I'm hoping we've done much better. We couldn't do much worse.
We've got half a pie,
I tried to make a healthy slice and it was cardboard.
potato bake, 3 slices of bread, half a zinger burger. Guys, the bread thing is still happening. The hat off an onion,
Couldn't find a recipe for that.
a whole zucchini. Whose wrap is that? There's hardly anything in there. Some spaghetti. There's no food in this rubbish. I don't know what's happening. Oh wait, one sad little packet of sandwiches. Yeah, there's literally 1 piece of fat of corned beef. And like, I sound disappointed, but I'm actually really thrilled and amazed. That is So much less than last time. So you guys have definitely improved,
We
but
have.
on closer investigation, look what we found.
There's still a lot there, isn't there?
Still a lot there. You've definitely decreased your bread, hardly any fruit.
Yeah.
But then you've got a whole lot of untouched schnitzels, you've got roast pork. What's happened?
I think I'm cooking too much. I have to cut down.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah,
you're
gotta be-
over catering.
Yeah, a bit more mindful, I think.
So that is an amazing change. There's so much less food that you've thrown out. What do you reckon you've made in terms of savings?
Oh, easily at least $100, $120 a week.
So how much do you reckon you've saved?
I think for the whole 4 weeks, I think it'd be close to $200.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. But you've definitely made an improvement. And how are you feeling about the challenge overall?
I'm feeling good. I thought it was going to be a bit restrictive, but it's been really good. I'm proud of the kids. We're all better habits.
Yeah, so definitely
Yeah,
more mindful about
definitely.
what you're throwing away.
Yeah.
And are you getting other people involved as well?
Yeah, the family's taken it on board, so
Great.
things are going well.
Great. Well, keep it up because that's been credible. I cannot believe how little food waste you guys have thrown out. I mean, this is pure binsanity. How have you done it?
We stuck to the list pretty ruthlessly and
Plans pretty carefully.
yeah, we planned pretty carefully, and whatever leftovers we've had, we've taken for lunches, and yeah.
I've tried to only do shopping like once or twice a week, and we make the list. We use the same ingredients if we want to change the menu, and yeah, works.
Great job. They've nailed it. I'm so impressed by what you've done. And you've saved money. It's brought you closer together. You've done the shopping together.
Yes.
Thank you so much for letting me go through your bins, which is such a weird thing to say to people that you don't know, or even people that you do. Well done. You've been amazing.
Thanks, Cal.
Thanks, Cal.
Well, the Pinkard Rattle family went from wasting $51.24 down to nothing. That's more than $2,500 a year saved. The Kravanik family went from throwing out $44.88 of groceries down to $38.15. That adds up to an annual saving of around $350. And the Wood family went from wasting $45.55 to just $7.20. That's nearly $2,000 of savings in a full year. Well, there you have it. Our 3 Listerfield families have nailed the Love a List challenge, and they've saved themselves heaps. And now their friends and family have pledged to do more to reduce food waste too. So that means it's your turn. Take the 4-week Love a List challenge today and stop wasting food and money, and help the environment while you're at it. And now I'm off to do some more bin diving, because it's kind of what I like doing now.
This fried ice cream bow is for Josh. Leave out that bit.
See how much you can save. Search Love Food, Hate Waste Victoria and take the 4-week Love a List challenge today.